Good morning and welcome to your Wallops weather briefing. Well, we have the clouds moving in this morning. We started out the early morning hours partly cloudy, but as you can see, we've had a pretty big increase over the last couple of hours. We're going to continue to see these cloudy conditions throughout most of the day today, and especially as we get into the day tomorrow, as we'll have a coastal low that will be impacting the region here for Tuesday. Looking at the conditions from yesterday, temperatures generally around 80 degrees for daytime highs, 77 degrees here at Wallops, 81 the warm spot in Richmond. Overnight low temperatures pretty wide ranging throughout the region. Saw as warm as 71 in the Tidewater region and as cool as 56 degrees in Baltimore. No measurable precipitation over the last 24 hours, and as of 9 a.m. we see partly cloudy to mostly cloudy conditions throughout the region, 73 degrees under partly sunny skies here at Wallops. Upper level wind data showing the winds out of an east-northeasterly direction are about 22 knots at the 1,000 foot level, and as we go up in height you can see those winds turning more westerly in direction right around the 12,000 foot level, and then eventually out of the northwest at 25,000 feet where we see winds at 22 knots. That freezing level is at 13,600 feet. Taking a look at our satellite radar composite, you can see some clouds beginning to stream in from the upper levels, blocking out quite a bit of that sunshine this morning. We're seeing partly sunny conditions and see partly sunny to mostly cloudy conditions continuing this morning into the afternoon. No precipitation showing up on the radar yet, and we're going to continue to remain dry throughout the remainder of the day. And then later tonight we'll start to see some of the beginnings of what will be this tropical low that will be moving up the southeastern coastline as we go through today and during the day on Tuesday. So looking at our current surface analysis, you can see that area of low pressure just off the Georgia coastline this morning. Tropical storm Harvey continuing to dump plenty of rain over the southeastern portions of Texas. Some areas already picking up 30 inches of rain, as you have likely already seen watching the news this weekend. And we're going to continue to see the heavy rains in the southeastern Texas around the Houston area continuing over the next couple of days. Unfortunately, seeing some of those rainfall totals unfortunately reaching what some of the models were putting out a couple of days before this storm hit. Some of those areas likely will see around 50 inches of rain before all is said and done. And interestingly about that storm is some of the effects of that storm are actually impacting our weather for the next couple of days with this area of low pressure, as we see westerly to northwesterly shear from this tropical system in Texas actually impacting this area of low pressure off the coast of Georgia. So fortunately for us, that shear is have impeded the development of this area of low pressure over the last couple of days, and we're likely going to see it kind of struggle to really get organized over the next couple of days as it moves up the northeastern off to the northeast and up the southeast coastline over the next couple of days. So this low could be stronger than it actually will be had it not been for this northwesterly shear from Harvey impacting the area of low pressure. So taking a look at what it currently looks like on radar, you can see again just a little bit of a swirl to this area of low pressure. It doesn't have a closed circulation yet, and that is what has kept the National Hurricane Center from actually classifying it as a tropical depression or tropical storm as of yet. But we will see further development over the course of the next few hours, and likely later on today we'll see this become a tropical depression and then possibly a tropical storm as we go into the later portions of the day today and to the early portions of Tuesday. Looking at it on satellite, you can really see the shear impacting this system, and really all of the cold cloud tops being pushed off to the east by this westerly to northwesterly shear, not really allowing for it to really get its act together too quickly. But again, it should start to develop a little more as we go through the day today and into the nighttime hours tonight. Looking at some of the model guidance that we see from for the area of low pressure and what we can expect over the next couple of days, pretty consolidated solution for having this area of low pressure ride right along the coastal Carolinas. Could actually see the area of low pressure drift inland for a short period of time before popping back out over the Outer Banks and moving out to sea pretty quickly during the evening hours of Tuesday. Looking at the National Hurricane Center's forecasted track, you can see it does have this becoming Irma later on tonight into the early Tuesday, becoming a tropical storm, and then again pushing off the Outer Banks and off to the northeast quickly by early Wednesday morning. You can see in the yellow shaded areas along the coast, that's where the tropical storm watches have been posted from central South Carolina all the way up to the Outer Banks. So we will see tropical storm conditions possible throughout the coastal sections of the Carolinas, and then see this area low pressure moving out to sea pretty quickly. So looking at the forecast maps for us, this is a depiction of where we can expect this tropical storm to actually track and the rain associated with it as well. You can see heavy rains beginning to impact the Carolinas by the mid portion of the day today as that storm begins to move off to the north and northeast. You see the rain showers really holding off to the south until later on this evening, probably be after midnight tonight before we start to see the rain showers enter our area here at Wallops. And the winds will likely increase a bit as we go into the day today and into the evening hours tonight, but we'll see our strongest winds from this system likely holding off until the afternoon and evening hours of Tuesday as that area of low pressure exits the Outer Banks and it pulls off to the northeast. So pretty good model guidance pushing this off to the northeast and keeping it from running straight up the Delmarva coastline. So that will keep the strongest winds just offshore in our area. We will see some pretty gusty and strong northeasterly to easterly winds tomorrow. That will be the main impact from this storm, as we're only looking to pick up about an inch of precipitation from this event. If it slides a little bit farther to the west and comes up a little farther north, we could see a little higher rain amounts than an inch, but right now looking at a good bet for about an inch of precipitation before all is said and done late Tuesday evening. So we go through the time frame here and push out into the day on Wednesday. You can see this tropical cyclone well off to the northeast. At that point, we should see high pressure building in, dry conditions in store for us as we go through the day on Wednesday. So taking a look at what we can expect from the system as we go through the next 24 hours and into the next couple of days, you can see we do have a little bit of hazardous weather showing up here on the map with the colors by early Tuesday morning. Really only seeing the impact of some winds potentially getting up to 25 knots later this afternoon into the early evening hours. We're looking at those winds maxing out of the east-northeast, gusting to around 23 knots during the afternoon and into the early evening today. And then as we get into the nighttime hours, we'll see those rain showers beginning probably not until after midnight, but a chance after 10 p.m. this evening that we could see a few light rain showers in the area, and then the potential of some heavier rain shower activity developing early tomorrow morning, probably after 4 o'clock, seeing the potential for some heavy rain beginning to impact the Wallops region. So as we can see, northeasterly to easterly winds will continue today into the day tomorrow. That'll bring tides up. Right now only about a half a foot above normal, but we will see those tides reaching probably about a foot to a foot and a half above normal by early tomorrow morning, and then could see some of those low-lying areas that typically get the minor coastal flooding potentially impacting the region once again Tuesday afternoon into the evening hours. That'll be the best chance for any kind of minor flooding activity along the coastal portions of the Delmarva Peninsula. Not expecting an issue for Wallops, but we will see some of the very low-lying areas picking up a little bit of minor flooding from this event Tuesday afternoon into Tuesday evening. Taking a look at our next couple of days, again Tuesday, looking at the worst impacts from this storm of all of the next couple of days. You can see windy conditions with wind gusts as high as 40 miles per hour during the afternoon and evening hours as this area of low pressure moves closest to the Wallops region as it exits the Outer Banks and Virginia Beach coastline. It looks like probably the main effects from this storm will be the higher winds out of the east-northeasterly direction. Again, high surf possibly impacting the coastal sections as well. with those higher waves being brought in by that tropical low, but not really seeing a huge impact from this storm, as it will push off the coast, and most of the higher winds and heavier rains will stay just to our south and east as that area of low pressure moves quickly off the coast on Wednesday. So looking at a daytime high temperature on Tuesday of 74 degrees, low temperature Tuesday night of 69 degrees, with those windy conditions beginning to diminish during the evening and overnight hours, especially after midnight. And then by Wednesday morning, we should see those winds really dying off. Could see a short period of time where those winds are right around 25 knots early in the day on Wednesday, but then we'll see the winds dying off quickly as that low pulls off the coast, and we'll see mostly cloudy skies becoming partly cloudy during the afternoon with a high temperature of 77 degrees. So looking for the next 7 days, you can see those rain showers again from tonight into the day on Tuesday. Tuesday we should see a pretty good chance of rain all day long as that area of low pressure moves off the outer banks. Again, looking at peak winds right around 40 miles per hour, and those should occur during the afternoon and evening hours of Tuesday. Best chance will probably be in the late afternoon hours and to early evening hours of Tuesday, and then we'll see conditions dramatically improve during the overnight hours of Tuesday and the Wednesday. 77 degrees on Wednesday, and a warm day in store for us on Thursday. I do have the chance of a little bit of light rain activity early during the day on Thursday, but that'll just be a short-lived impulse that will move through the area early Thursday, and then we'll likely see dry conditions for most of the day. As we go into the weekend, you can see cooler conditions by Friday. A cool morning low of 62 expected on Friday, with very comfortable conditions of during the day on Friday, with mostly sunny skies and a high temperature of 75. We'll possibly start to see the impacts of what is Tropical Storm Harvey over Texas, starting to pull some of its moisture north and east and into our area by Saturday and Sunday. It looks like the best chance will be on Sunday, but could see some of those scattered rain showers impacting the region as early as Saturday. Again, not looking for nearly as much rain as what the folks of Texas are looking at right now, but we'll see some of the remnants of that tropical storm moving it into the area by this weekend. Well, that'll wrap it up for today's weather briefing. We'll be back again tomorrow morning at our 8:15 daily operations weather briefing, and then our full briefing at 10 a.m. Have a nice day.